Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. My name is John, your host as always, and I hope you're all doing well as I always do. This is the preview of West Ham's 16th home game of the 21-22 Premier League season, where we welcome Everton to the London Stadium for a 2 o'clock kickoff on Sunday afternoon, live on Sky Sports. As always, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor, 3retro.com. They inform me that no purchases have been made since September. Guys, we're looking at 6 months now. As you can see from the icon that's up here, there's really nice retro gear for both West Ham and also Everton. The track jacket of Everton is 50% off, so it's down to 20 quid. The claret and blue retro t-shirt, polo shirt I should say, is also on sale, so go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt, and any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, I'll be sending on directly to Iron Supporting Food Banks, the charity in the Newham area that are helping those in the Newham area, that are helping those to have food on their tables, guys. So come on, go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to your club shops and possibly a few other places, and you'll be helping those that are less fortunate than you and I. So let's talk about the officials for this game. The referee is Darren England. His assistants are Adrian Holmes and Matthew Wilkes. The fourth official is Darren Bond. Unfortunately, we've got Lee Mason on VAR, and his assistant is Stuart Burt. So guys, if anything goes to VAR, pray like you've never prayed before. I can't stand Lee Mason, and I think he's got a bit of a vendetta for some reason against West Ham as well. So be very, very mindful of that. When we played Everton earlier in the season in mid-October when Benitez was in charge, we beat them 1-0 with a late second half goal from Ogbonna. Now, our last 6 home games in the Premier League shows we've won 1, drawn 3 and lost 2. David Moyes has faced his old club as a manager at home 5 times in the Premier League, winning 1, drawing 1 and losing 3. At the time of this recording, Everton are 23 points behind us at 17th in the table, winning 7, drawing 4 and losing 14, scoring 47 goals and conceding 18. So they are just on 25 points with 3 points above the drop with 3 games in hand. Now, we all know, guys, that games in hand aren't points on the table, but it's not looking good for Everton. Lampard can't seem to save them from conceding, as it seems, and they also look very dead set on for relegation, which will be a huge, huge shame. Everton are a very, very good club. They're one of the few clubs since the Premiership formed, in the 92-93 season, that haven't been relegated. So it'd be a real shame, but I genuinely think there's more to the eye than we're seeing with Everton, which I'll come on to in a minute. Their go-to formation away from home seems to be a 4-4-1-1 with a variant of the 4-4-2 also used as well, which is obviously a variant of 4-4-2, the 4-4-1. From looking at their formations, it seems that both Benitez and Lampard both weren't sure before and after the managerial swap over either what was and is the formation that suits the squad, or changed to suit the formation they're about to play. It's bonkers. It's honestly, man, you have a look at it, it's random to say the least. With where they have been, I should say, in the league, pretty much in the league all season, it does genuinely seem that my gut instinct is saying they'll be very, very close to staying up, but maybe very, very close to be relegated. It's very, very hard to predict. Games in hand confuses matters, as I said. Games in hand aren't points on the table, but once everybody's caught up with each other, then we'll be able to know exactly if we can get into Europe again and if Everton can stay up. Until then, it's just very, very difficult to predict, shall we say. Their away form so far this season shows they've won 1, drawn 3 and lost 9, scoring 10 but conceding 28 goals. And this is what I'm talking about. It's unreal. So their minus goal difference is 18 with an average points per game of 0.46. They've only picked up 1 point in their last 5 games, and again, it's all, I hate to say it, but there's a bit more information to come, obviously, but so far everything is looking like they are not going to stay up. On the road, they have lost 69% of their games, and they have scored an average of 0.77 goals per game and conceded an average of 2.15 goals per game. Their match goals average shows 2.92 goals per game, so there's definitely going to be goals in this game from one team or another, or possibly both. They've kept just one clean sheet on the road and have failed to score in around 5 games, despite having taken an average of 12.23 shots per match, but their shot conversion rate is just 6%. Along with this, they've also had an average of 46% possession on the road. They've committed an average of 10.62 fouls per game and conceded 9.31. Everton's style of play are taking many long balls, strong at creating long shot opportunities. I don't know why I stumble over that. You can tell I haven't done this for a couple of weeks. Attempting crosses often, taking a lot of shots and playing with width. They are strong at coming back from losing possessions and protecting the lead, but not as good as they used to be. As mentioned earlier, they are weak at keeping possession at the ball, finishing scoring chances. They're also weak at defending against through balls, set pieces, and are weak at aerial duels and avoiding individual errors. Away from home, they scored 4 goals from open play, 2 from a set piece and 2 from penalties, and a goal from a counter-attack and also an own goal. So that when you, as I say guys, genuinely, if you put this all together, this is relegation form. If Lampard doesn't change things very, very quickly in this international break that we've just had, and technically still are at the time of this recording, then guys, it's nothing but bad news for Everton. It really, really is. However, their highest goal scorer on the road is a player I've been banging on for the last 7 years for West Ham to get in. I absolutely love this kid, and if Everton get relegated, he should definitely be on the top of the list to try and replace Yarmolenko if he's still going to be moving on in the summer. Is Demarai Gray. I love him. He's brilliant. As I said, I've been waxing lyrical. Is brilliant. He's been fantastic. Anyway, Calvin Klein. I was going to say Calvin Klein. Calvert-Lewin has also got the same amount of goals that Demarai Gray has, which is 2, and their highest assister on the road is Decore with 2 assists. So again, their highest goal scorers away from home haven't gone more than 3 goals, and they haven't had more than 2 assists from their players either, for that matter. Oh, it's bonkers. Players to look out for other than these guys, obviously serial diver Richarlison, Rondon, Iwobi, Dele Alli, and Jordan Pickford is still a very tricky goalkeeper to score against. I mean, all these guys are very tricky players. Very, very tricky. PremierInjuries.com shows long-term injuries to former Spud and Eagle Andros Townsend, with no estimated potential return date from his ACL knee injury, as he's due for surgery this week. Tom Davis has written off pretty much from January with a high-grade tendon injury to his thigh and is recovering from repair surgery. Jerry Minna is out until the end of April with a thigh injury and recovery from that as well. Fabian Delph may be returning to training this week due to his thigh injury, and Alan is suspended from picking up a red card just over 2 weeks ago from a footballing point of view for the game in Newcastle, so he will miss this and will be back for Newcastle's next game. And also Delph may be returning this week from a thigh injury picked up just before the Newcastle game, it seems. But if that's going to be a return to the squad is another matter. But there are some good news for Toffee fans, as Van der Beek and Begovic are 75% chance of returning to the squad due to illness. Now, obviously, that was slightly before the international break, so maybe they're 100% ready now. We'll find out in a few days. Now, turning to you guys, over the last 4 weeks, we've had 2,800 views of the channel, which has been absolutely brilliant, and 1,700 unique viewers. But just over 45% of those viewers, which is basically just over 1,200, have come from unsubscribed viewers. So, guys, I know we've had a few people unsubscribe recently, which is a shame, but it's your prerogative at the end of the day. So in order for us to get back to 2,060, which is a very, very small ask, because we're only 7 subscribers away. So if you're enjoying what I'm doing, then by all means, of course, hit the like button. But if you like what I'm doing and want to know more, then by all means, please do like Debbie Phillips, Pitsy1977 and Ken Formby, who have done this month. Please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get to know when new content is going up, both recorded and also you'll be notified when it comes to live content as well. So hit that subscribe button, guys. There's a lot of work goes into this channel, as you may or may not see, and it'd be nice to try and get to It'd be nice ideally to get to 3,000, but I'm not going to be that greedy. Just we're 7 away from 2,060. Now, turning to West Ham from an injury perspective, it looks like Bowen and Soufal could be back, but unfortunately, it looks like it's more likely for the Brentford away game. I know that Exa said that is either could be in contention for this weekend, but we'll have to wait and see. Of course, Ogbonna tweeted on Monday that he's back in the gym with rehab training, which is fantastic news. So happy. We really need him. I don't know, obviously, as a result, when he's going to be able to get back to the squad because of his rehab training and then his squad training after that. But it's positive news, guys. It really is. Now, I know we've lost half of our last 6 fixtures in all competitions, which, barring the FA Cup debacle, have been pretty good team performances, to be honest with you. You can see that they're still all trying to fight for each other, but the fixture list is catching up with them, unfortunately. Well, catching up because we've got a small squad, which I mentioned before. But I still maintain all 3 goals that we conceded against Spurs could have been avoided. I mean, I know the first goal was deemed as a Zuma own goal, which can't be avoided. But as I say, we still could have done stuff. I really genuinely think we could have done. We're still on course for a top 10 finish, as I said, towards the start of the season, so I'm happy with that, given this season is on course to be better than last season. Obviously, we know we're getting very far into the the Europa League, which is just fantastic. You know, we haven't been this far since I was 10 months old. So I'm happy with that. But of course, from a Premier League point of view, bearing in mind we are West Ham and not Chelsea and Man City, like a lot of people seem to think we are now, we're not ready for top 6. I've said it all the time. The squad is a complete indication of that. After all, we only had 3 competitions last season, whereas now we are still in 2 of the 4. You know, so and still in the top half by 12 points clear of it. So it's fantastic. Honestly, this is part of what I was talking about back in July, about having perspective about what has happened and is happening, and ignoring the obvious clickbait articles and videos, guys. This is, you just have to take one season as it comes, as it calls, but don't forget the club history. So guys, this nicely turns us round to the starting 11. So I've made one change to the starting 11, which I think will happen for Everton. Fabianski in goal, with a back 4 of Johnson, Dawson, Zuma and Creswell. Souček and Rice in the defensive midfield positions, with Vlasic, Fornals and Lanzini in midfield, supporting Antonio up front. So thank you very much for your time, guys. As always, as I said, please do subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Please do like the video if you're enjoying it as well. By all means, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you're thinking on this. Be very interested to see your thoughts. Do you agree with my formation? As you can see, I brought Antonio back, which he's had a 2-week rest because he didn't go out to Jamaica for their tournament qualifiers. So it's fantastic from that. So guys, as I say, let us know your thoughts on this. Well, obviously, of course, we'll have the full-time thoughts video on Sunday after the game as well. So in the meantime, look after yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your week. If you're going to Everton, going to the game against Everton, I should say, give us a shout in the comments below. Hopefully try and get a pint together or something, whatever. But it'd be nice to see anybody, and I'll see you very soon. All the best now. Take care.